And here we are, guys. Today we're down at the Disney Springs. We stopped in here today to do some filming, and I'm going to take the boat right now over to the Old Key West Resort. So anytime you come to the downtown area, you're going to have a couple of boats you get to choose from if you decide you want to go up to the resort. So you can either jump on the one that's going to take you over to the Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter section, or you can go over to the Old Key West section. You can also jump on one that's going to take you over to the Saratoga Springs Resort. So today we're going over to the Old Key West Resort, and these are the boats you're going to see. They're the light yellow and blue boats, the Sassafras. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but give it a shot. Sassafras. Getting ready to ship off now. So this is over, when you're looking at downtown Disney from in front of it, it's actually over on the right side. So once you come out with the boat, on the left side of the screen right now, you've got the Rainforest Cafe with the lava room. That's one of the hotels out off of the property area there. It's still on the property, but it's on the outskirts. And in front of us over to the right, you'll see that in a minute. That's the Saratoga Springs Resort. So you got the balloon in the top right corner. And you've got the little cars floating around the water there. Those are the amphibious cars that drive into the water. You'll see one of them later on. We'll try to get one of our videos as we get closer. And this is actually the Disney Springs over on the left-hand side. So you've got in the distance there, you've got the Cirque du Soleil, the House of Blues up next to that. On the right here, you have the Saratoga Springs Resort. This is one of my favorites. Years ago, it used to be the Disney Institute, and now it's actually the Saratoga Springs Resort. I've stayed there an awful lot. It's one of my favorites. I just like at nighttime you come out back and you can look at the downtown area. It's all lit up. It's real pretty, and you can get a room that's overseeing this. So all this is in your window. It's all lit up pretty. You see the lighthouse over there. That's where all the amphibious cars are coming out of. That's the boathouse over there. Hopefully in the next week or two I'll get up on that balloon again. I got some new lenses I want to try out. We'll see how that works out. I actually dropped a piece of my camera in the water today, getting ready, loading up my lenses today, and I dropped a little mount out, and I kicked it accidentally with my foot trying to grab it, and it went into the water again. That's the second camera part that I've lost. So this resort here over on the right, that is actually themed around the upstate New York area, the Saratoga area where you race the horses, the Saratoga harness. It's a really elegant looking resort. It's very clean looking. It's simple. You park out front, you get to walk right up to where your room is. You got an elevator, you got the stairs, you walk out, you find your room. And if you want to go somewhere, you just walk out front. Your car's always parked out there, and you can drive wherever you want to go, unless you want to take the busing or the boat system. I always find that the cars are a little quicker way to get around. And if you guys haven't had the opportunity to ride on any of these boats, I do recommend it. We love getting on them and stuff like that. There's so many different boats, there's so many different routes you can go, whether it's from like the Grand Floridian over to the Polynesian Resort, or like leaving where we just left to go over to the Old Key West Resort. You can go to the Port Orleans Resort, you can go over to the Disney Springs, you can go from Hollywood Studios over to the Boardwalk, Hollywood Studios to the Yacht Club. There's a lot of different boat routes, and they're peaceful, and you get to see so many different things. Some of them are better than others. Like this one here, you get to that one little area here where it's, kind of blah-ish, but that's still a fun boat ride. I like it. And when you're on vacation, why not take a break, get on a boat, and enjoy yourself? Another good thing I like about this boat system is say you're staying over at the Saratoga Springs Resort, and you decide you want to go and get some food over at the Port Orleans, because I'm always at the Port Orleans Riverside, and I just love that the food court over there. It's that's the old mill, I believe it is. It's like you're inside an old mill from way back in the day. You can just jump on this boat and it takes you right over there. You don't got to get in your car or anything. It's a nice way to go to get some food. You know, you're not relying on a bus. You're not relying on your car. You just walk out. You dress how you want to dress. There's no real dress code here, so whatever you want to wear, you jump on a boat and you go over to get your food. And you can either check out the resort over there, walk around that resort. You got the amenities over there with the Surrey bikes and stuff like that. The bicycles out back. You get to walk around, see what the swimming pool over there looks like. There's a lot of different things to do. You get your dinner, you got the gift shop, and then you get to come on back over where you're staying, or you can go to another resort. And you got these little bridges that you're going to be going under, a few of them. That's to the golf course here, Lake Buena Vista Golf. Here comes another boat up on the right here. There's another look over on the right there to the Saratoga Springs Resort spot. That's the part of the resort that when you're leaving the old Key West area, that's right up on the road there. So that's part of the main entrance into the Saratoga. So that part's way out front. We've just been on a boat for a little bit, so it seems like it's like off to the left, but that's actually up near the old Key West section. Just remember, if you decide you're going to stay at a place like the Saratoga there, look at the maps before you stay there. Definitely be sure you want to be where you're at, because if you're staying in a section like that, I like staying out there. You know, I bring my car, so if it's an issue, I'll jump in my car. But it is a little bit more walking. You know, I'll walk. This is one of the longest resorts to videotape, and you're walking forever in that place. It's miles and miles. So if you're looking to be near the hospitality house or where you're checking in and stuff like that, that might not be the option where you want to be. You might want to stay like right next to the main building. So be aware of your surroundings where you are before you book a trip in there. And the golf course goes right along here, so it goes along the old Key West and the Saratoga resorts, and it even gets a little bit on the back end of the Port Orleans resorts. It's up near the Port Orleans French Quarter, so not the Riverside. And here's another little golf cart bridge. And as you notice today, the boats are really empty, so it's nice. It's good for filming too, so you don't really got to worry about getting too many people's heads in the video and stuff like that. So you get a lot of clean shots. You don't got to worry about somebody obstructing your view. So if you're coming, definitely pick the time of year that might be good for you also. And there are really a lot of YouTubers out there. You know, we're just one of the many, but you can always ask our opinion on when's a good time also, because I tell you what, there's nothing worse than booking a vacation. You get up here, and I should say down here, but you get down here and there's nothing worse than not being able to get on anything, because there's just way too many people. So that's definitely something you want to know before you go. You're spending the money, so you definitely want to be able to do stuff, get on rides, whether it's a boat ride like this or rides at the park. And if I'm on these type of boats here, I like to go at nighttime, because it's nice at nighttime to go on. Yeah, I'll go a few times a day, but I'll go at nighttime because you got the lights at the different resorts, so you get to see different things at night. And at the daytime, I like to go like when everybody's either swimming or at the parks, so the boats are pretty empty. So, you know, if you're going like right around, say, I don't know, like 11 o'clock-ish, somewhere in there, 12 o'clock. Most people are already where they're going by then, so these are pretty empty. You will have some stragglers that are coming out of the resorts and stuff like that, but for the most part, these boats are going to be empty because everyone's going to be at their destinations, whether it's back at the resort or if they're going to be out at like downtown Disney, at any of the other parks. And if you guys are into parks, my advice would be, no matter what time you get there, if you're not getting too much luck at getting on the rides, I like to wait until around dinner time. When you're talking, a window is probably between 5 and 7. So around 5 to 7, you're going to notice that the lines are going to start dropping down in the time span. Keep an eye on your the Disney app. You got the mobile app for your phone. Keep an eye on that. But as you're getting closer to the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour, them times are so wrong. So if it says you've got an hour wait or 40-minute waits, that is not accurate at all. I'll be like, when we get the fireworks in Epcot, we'll be there shooting the fireworks. Sometimes I'll walk away from the fireworks because my kids want to get on some of the rides, and they're like wide open. So most people are out for those few minutes to watch the fireworks, and the rides are just wide open. So yeah, depending on where you go, like we went to the Magic Kingdom on the one night, and we literally got on nothing. And I think we did like one ride, so not really a lot. And I think it was like the Aladdin's carpet ride, so we got on that. And we just happened to make the run from over on the Jungle Cruise side. Oh, no. We were on the Jungle Cruise. It was the only ride that we stood in line. We're like, you know what? Let's get on one ride. We got on the Jungle Cruise, and we ended up getting off of that. And for ha-has, we ran across over in front of the that carpet rides, cut across to the other side near the Liberty Bell, so the big boat over near the Haunted Mansion, went up that way, and we got over there in a Peter Pan ride. I actually think the Haunted Mansion was empty. The Peter Pan ride usually is like a 2-hour wait. We walked on, 10-minute wait. We were right on the ride, and I don't think it was a full 10 minutes. We skipped the Small World because that's a long ride. We ended up going from the Peter Pan ride, heading on down. We got on the Cars, we got on the Astro Orbiters, we got on the Tomorrowland People Mover. Everything was wide open, so we were just getting on ride after ride after ride. It was just a good timing. And that was at the Magic Kingdom, and it was just before closing, so right after the fireworks. We just happened to pick the right route, and we came from the Jungle Cruise, cut across, came out near the Haunted Mansion there, and then went up that way and around over to the People Mover. Wow, what a night. We got on a lot of stuff, so my kids were pretty excited to get on some things. So definitely keep an eye on the times when you're looking to get on rides and stuff, or even boat rides. So this is in the, right now we're getting ready to disembark over at the Old Key West Resort. Just a few of us on there, as you can see. This by far is my favorite. I bought back in 1996, so I was brought down 91. My original bosses, where I worked up in New York, they actually bought in 91, and they brought me down. So my first year with them here was 93, and I actually looked at them in 93, and I managed to get a great deal. They kept the deals running because they didn't know if they were going to sell or fail. And I had hooked up with mine in 1996, and the best investment I think I could have ever made to the vacation club. And I've just, over the years, I've just used it so many times. I think the first 20 years of it, I used it like 88 times. It was crazy. Back when I bought, we used to get free park passes anytime you went. Up until the first 5 years, you and whoever you came with got the park passes that's included in the deal with the DVC. So it's just a great place, and I just always came here. I loved it. It's clean cut. It's a pretty resort. There's a lot to do, and still, it's just a very, I like it. It's one of my favorite ones. I get around more now, but this is still one of my favorites.
Approaching our stop here at
We'll keep getting older, but this place will stay this way forever. That's how Disney is. And we're coming around now. That's the lighthouse, so that's one thing that the Old Key West is known for, is that lighthouse, which is actually a sauna. And then you got your bridge over there, and the bridge actually you can't go under. It's just kind of like all those little tubes underneath are kind of like fake. You can go under there, but it's pretty looking. And then you're coming right into here. And this is the main section of the Old Key West. This is where you're going to do most of your nightlife when you come out. It's right on, they got like it's kind of like a boardwalk, but it's just a walkway right there. Your pool's off to the right near that lighthouse. Right there you've got Olivia's, so that's an outdoor-indoor restaurant right there. You've got the check-in over on the left-hand side there. You got goods over there. You got a little workout room in there, an arcade. But this is the Old Key West Resort, guys.